Today I'm at Nissan's headquarters in Yokohama. If you didn't know, Nissan is a company based out of Yokohama, and this is their head office in Minatomirai. And they have a showroom here, and I thought I would come down here and take a look at their cars. They have most of their most popular models are here. And as you can see, they have charging here for EVs. This is Chademo fast charging. I can't charge my bike here because it's only AC charging for mine. But yeah, if you live in Yokohama and you have an EV, you can come here and charge. I don't know if you have to pay or not. So this is their global headquarters. And I'm going to go into the showroom and have a look at their cars in there. They should have some nice cars like the GTR and hopefully the Ariya and the Sakura. Probably a Leaf, and we'll see what they have. Over here we have a Leaf. This is one of the recent ones, 2022, 2023. 5.8 million yen. Seems rather steep for what is really a pretty basic car. It's front wheel drive and single motor. Has 200 horsepower. It's not a terrible car, but it's still, even the newest version of this car is air-cooled, which is what kind of lets it down. Even my i3 from 2015 is liquid-cooled. Seats look comfy, and yeah, it's a nice interior. Like I said, though, it's very basic, and they're asking for a lot for such a basic car. Yeah, nice. I like the wheel design. It's a very convenient car, I guess. It's a good family car. It's not even a powered tailgate. Lots of space in here because it's the motor is mounted up front. So there's lots of boot space here, trunk space. Yeah, it's good for that. It's, like I said, it's a good family car, but it's a very basic car. It hasn't really evolved. I think the Ariya drivetrain is more evolved with liquid cooling and things like that for the batteries, and I really wish they would put that tech into this car moving forward. Design-wise, it's an improvement over the first generation Leaf, but not by much. It's a decent enough design, especially with the right kind of wheels. Yeah, so there's a few other cars out here. The Aura, which may only be available in Japan. I don't know. This is one of their what do you call it? Anyway, it's a fake EV. It's got an electric motor, but it's powered by a gasoline motor engine. As you can see, these cars are a lot cheaper, and it's 136 horsepower. It's got two motors, right? It's got a front and a rear, and I think anyway, yeah. I think it has two different motors, maybe. I'm not sure how these cars work, but it's very similar to the Ariya, not to the Ariya, to the Leaf. Similar interior, nicer screen layout here. These are very nice looking screens. No sunroof or anything like that. Again, very basic family car, 4-door hatchback. I do like the design, and if they electrified this thing properly, not just an electric motor but a battery too, it would be a good thing to get. The other cars, not that interesting. Yeah, with these wheels, the Leaf actually looks pretty good. Well, I'm going to go inside now and see what they have in there. Yeah, there's an Ariya being test driven. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe coming in for a charge or something, I don't really know. Some people, I think you can come here and test drive their cars too, because it says like Nissan Gallery test drive on these cars. So I think that's an Aura there, or it could be the new Note. It's either the Aura or the Note, I don't really know. Very similar. Very similar design. Same screen inside. Yeah, this is the Aura. So yeah, the e-Power, these e-Power cars, they're 4-wheel drive, and they have like a gasoline and an electric motor. So The Ariya is the only real electric car. Yeah, if they have one inside, I want to take a look. Alright, we're inside the gallery, and here you can see some of the historical cars. This is an old Datsun Sunny, Nissan Sunny. Interesting, very interesting with those old tailpipes. And this is a Nissan March. Yeah, old school. Very old, very basic. Got some cool little model cars here. Yeah, this thing's really interesting. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, they make this for Japan only. Okay, it's quite busy today. It's Golden Week in Japan, so everything is closed except here. Okay, here we have some interesting cars, the GTR and the new Fairlady Z, or Z car as it's called in the West. Yeah, it's just the same as the old one. Just a different exterior. Nice design. And the GTR is a popular car. Wish they would electrify that. Yeah, you can get in and check the car out. Check the car. I think this is the drivetrain for the GTR, maybe? Yeah, this is the GTR drivetrain. Got the wheels, suspension, transmission. Then this is the main engine. The engines are all hand-built in the Yokohama plant in Yokohama. This one was built by Izumi Shioya. Yeah, don't touch, too late. It's a 6-cylinder, turbocharged. Yeah, it's got a carbon prop shaft. That's pretty cool. So yeah. And then back here you have all the other cars. They have a little gift shop here. They've got I think the latest GTR on stage here versus the old GTR. That's kind of cool. I think this is the newest one, the 2023 GTR. It's basically the same as the old one, just a slightly redesigned exterior. They've come a long way. Probably first gen GTR versus last gen GTR. This is probably going to be the last one they make, because after this they have to do something else. As people. Let's get a side view. It looks exactly the same. There's not much difference between this one and the last one. Nice big calipers and nice wheels. Nice titanium exhaust. T-Spec, GTR T-Spec. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. Yeah, GTR T-Spec. I don't know what the hell that means, but yeah, it's a nice car. And here's the Leaf again. The charging port is on the front of the car, which is kind of stupid. But yeah, here you have the J connector, and then Chademo. Oh, looks like they have like an external charging unit. That's interesting. So I guess you can probably take this with you somewhere, and like it's a mobile charging station. That's kind of interesting. This is the most interesting thing here. Mobile charging station for electric cars. All right, let's see what else we can find. We really want to see the Ariya, but I don't see it. Just the one we saw outside. Oh, this is the e-Power drivetrain that I was talking about, where it's like half EV and half gas motor. So I think that's a battery powering the electric motor. And then you have the gas motor here that powers the electric motor as well. I don't understand it. It's confusing. Oh, look, they have a pedal here, so you can like do what exactly? Doesn't do anything. Okay, so step on the accelerator pedal once and the program starts. Okay, it's just to start the demonstration. Yeah, it's I guess it's an in-between thing. It's like a step in between going full EV and holding on to that old gas power. Yes, it's was it a 2-cylinder? Probably 4-cylinder. I don't know. I just see the 2 cylinders in there, or 2 pistons or whatever. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I see an Ariya over there. Let's have a closer look at that. Oh, they've got a couple there. This copper colored one was the one they were kind of advertising. Oh, there's a Sakura. Cool. I want to see that. All right. So yeah. Ah, this one's locked. That's good. What's the point of locking it? Ah, nice, interesting seats. So the Sakura is the newest EV from Nissan, and this is fully EV, full 100% EV, no E. Yeah, and you know, the starting price is 2.5 million, and it goes up to 3, and that's a lot more affordable, and definitely a good option, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for them to get out, and I'll have a look inside. But it's a small, compact city car. I like the badge that glows. Yeah, it lights up, so that's pretty cool. Okay, I can have a look inside. Yeah, very thin doors. I mean, that is ridiculously thin. There's no way this is safe. It's a nice interior, though. It's yeah, a little bit compact. Let's move the seat back a little bit. Okay, there we go. More space now, and it's pretty comfortable. It's like a little bench seat here. It's got that same big screen that you see on the Aura, and yeah, it's parking brake. It's got the drive thing, e-pedal. I think that's for regen braking. It's a very basic car. It doesn't have a sunroof or anything like that. It's a good little family car for city driving. It's got the same little charge thing that the Leaf has, the 3 little buttons, well, not buttons, but lights that show you how if the car is charged or not. Yeah, it's actually a lot more spacious in here than I thought it would be. Surprisingly, it's yeah, it's pretty comfortable actually. So I think for pure city driving, no highway driving on this thing, just in the city, I think it would be pretty good. And definitely a good option, and it's affordable too. Let's have a look at the back. Yep, great for kids. Yeah, you get your kids in here. This is a pretty wide seat, so even I can sit comfortably in here. So with the seat, like I had the seat quite far back for me, and it's still super spacious in here. And I'm tall, like, so and even for me, this is pretty spacious. Obviously, there's not much space in the back here for storage, but you have to make some sacrifices. Yeah, no space at all for shopping. Like, you can get maybe a couple of shopping bags in here. You can't even fit a basket or a box or anything like that. You would have to like pull the seats back, pull the seats all the way back for that. Oh, okay, well that's interesting. So you can make more space. So this middle lever lets you slide the seat, the whole seat, back and forth. I've never seen that before. That's actually really interesting. And that gives you a lot. What the hell is all this? That gives you a lot more space. Well, I'm not sure about this. Why? Does that go like this? No. This is so weird. Okay, I guess that's just the design. So now you have space for some, you know, a couple of boxes, shopping, more space for baskets. But if you want more seating space, like if you're not carrying anything in the back, you slide this all the way back and you have a lot more leg room now. This is the most interesting thing I've seen here today. Okay, the Ariya. Let's have a look inside. Yeah, obviously it's a much bigger car, much more expensive. It's this is like a 5-6 million yen car. Nice, comfy looking seats, leather, nice carpet here. Much more space. Yeah. Mirror's kind of small. very small. Yeah, not much to look at. Okay, yeah, got charging here for a phone. Drive mode, these are haptic buttons. I got the little drive shifter thing here, got the power button to turn the car on. Volume control, same screen as the Aura. I think this is pretty standard for Nissan right now, this screen. Yeah, I think you have powered seats. The car's not on, so I can still move the seat. So I can move the seat back. It does have a sunroof, which is nice. I wonder if I can open it. Nah, power is not on, so I can't turn anything on. Back seats look comfortable. Yeah, if I were gonna get a Nissan, this would probably be it. Although the front screen is kind of small. It's hard to see out the front here. Okay, yeah. Bose speakers. And yeah, comfortable back seats here. Still, for how much it costs, it's still pretty basic though. It's like a 5-6 million yen car and it's still pretty basic. Okay, powered tail, powered lift gate. Yeah, plenty of space back here. You can definitely fit a lot of shopping and things. Okay, there's more space down here too. Oh, what the hell is all this? I don't know what that is. It looks like a power supply for a computer. I don't know. Bose, oh, that's a subwoofer, I think. Okay. Yeah, I guess you can't really lift that out. You have to leave this stuff in here. But you can take this out, I think, and then it gives you a little bit more space down here. Oh, that's gonna rub a lot and break after a while. All this up and down. Okay. Yeah, lots of space. Yeah, the powered tailgate is good. But yeah, still very basic. There's nothing back here for the passengers, and just a basic interior. Basic. This is the charging port. It's Chademo. Chademo only, or is Chademo on one side, and then AC on the other side? Yeah, it's a nice design. I have like information here. I think they have AC on this side. Yeah, so if I wanted to charge at home, I'd be using this, which is, it's on the right side for me. And you have all the different options here. Yes, yeah, it's actually not too bad. I mean, if it's between this and the Leaf, I'd probably get this, because you can get a Leaf for the same kind of price. The Sakura is definitely a great little car for the city driving only. Don't take it on the highway. And then, yeah, so here, look, it's almost the same price for a Leaf. This is the Nismo Leaf. This one's older. This one is not as good as the one we saw before. Yeah, Nismo seats. But this, the Nismo Leaf is actually an older model and has like less power and less range. Yeah, it has less power. The newer one, this one has 150 horsepower. The newer one has more horsepower. Yeah, I'm gonna have another look at the new one. So yeah, if you live in Yokohama or Tokyo and you want to come down here, it's kind of interesting. They always change the cars, so there's always different cars to see. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, this one's like way more expensive. This one costs the same as the Ariya. Who in their right mind would buy this over the Ariya? That makes no sense. This one has a lot more power too than the other one. It's funny because the Nismo one should be more powerful. Yeah, this one's 200 horsepower. The Nismo is 150 horsepower. That makes no sense to me. But again, this is a newer model with a bigger battery and more power. This one's probably more fun to drive. Okay, that's about it, really. Yeah, there's the Sakura. Yeah, the Sakura and the Ariya are great cars with a great drivetrain, new drivetrains, big batteries, good range. The Leaf is old technology that has been updated, but it's still not a great car. And it's too expensive. And if you're gonna buy a Nissan, get the Ariya or the Sakura. Yeah, that's it. And there's the GTR. Hey, it cuts off at the end there, but yeah, basically, as I was saying at the end there, that yeah, the best Nissan EVs you can get right now would be one of these three: the Sakura, the Leaf, or the Ariya. Personally, I would go for the Ariya over the Leaf because they're priced almost the same, and the Sakura is a great little car. A good second car to have maybe with the Ariya. You know, you could have these two cars together, one for errands and one for longer trips. I don't know about the battery size of the Sakura, to be honest. I know the Ariya has a big battery and has lots of range and lots of power and stuff. Let's have a quick look through here and see if we can find any interesting information here. It's all just advertising here. It's got the Pro Pilot system in these cars, which is similar to self-driving or autopilot. Yeah, I know Nissan is talking about making more EVs in the future, and I don't doubt that they will make more, but it's going to take a while. Japanese car companies are still stuck in the past because the whole economy with cars is surrounding combustion engines, right? Everything is about combustion engines here, and being efficient and being affordable, and I get that. It's a model that has worked for a very long time, and it made Japan one of the strongest car nations in the world. And in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, Japanese cars took the world by storm, and everyone in the world at some point has had a Japanese car. I would imagine a Nissan or a Toyota. And Toyota is still the biggest car company in the world, but they will soon lose that title if they don't change. The world is changing, whether people like it or not. It's not just my opinion, it's a fact. People are realizing that EVs are beneficial. They're cheaper to operate. They are better for the environment. You can charge them at home. You don't have to go anywhere to charge your car, really. I mean, 99% of the time, we all charge our vehicles at home. I do. Most people out there do the same thing. Especially when the charging infrastructure sucks, which it does in Japan. Yeah, and so if you have a car with enough range, you never really need to charge anywhere else, unless you're going out on a long trip. But most people, most of the time, don't go far from home. They go shopping, they take their kids to school. That's about it. They go to work. And in Asia and in Europe, I know in America things are different. People travel, have to commute longer distances. But in the rest of the world, people don't. Most of these cars are enough in terms of range. Like, our car doesn't have a lot of range. The i3 only has like about 120 k's of range, which is like 80 miles of range, but it lasts all week for us because of how we use it. I only charge the car once a week. The Sakura would be, I think, very similar. It probably has similar range. There's two trim models here, the X and the G. Both are two-wheel drive. I think rear-wheel drive or probably front-wheel drive. I think the motor is in front, so it's a front-wheel drive car. And I don't know why, but it's like, advertised towards women, I guess, housewives who you want to use a small car like this. The target audience for this car is housewives who want to do their daily shopping in a small convenient car or pick up the kids from school. Lots of different colors for the Sakura, which is nice. Two tones. In terms of capabilities, I really love that seat. The fact that you can slide the rear seat back and forth. I've never seen that in any car before. And I think every car, especially EVs, because they have flat surfaces, the floor of the car is flat. There's no reason why you can't have all the seats move.
And I really, really think every car should enable this, because it means you can give yourself more leg room when you need it. And when you want to, make space for luggage, you just push the seats forward, front and back. And there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to move all the seats in a car. I don't get why 99% of cars, you can only move the front seats. And you can never do anything with the rear seats except put them down. But this Sakura is the first car I've ever seen that has movable rear seats. That's amazing to me. Let's see. Yeah, dimensions of the car. It's a small car. Bumper to bumper, it's 3 meters, I think. So it's not a big car. Yeah, it's not too expensive. They're both the same, 124 watt hours per kilometer. Yeah, 2-wheel drive. I think the range is 180k, so it's got more range than my i3. But I get the feeling it's about the same. It's like 100 and something k's of range, which is like 80, 90 miles of range, which is enough for city driving day to day. So it's a great little car. The Ariya, of course, is a much bigger car with much more range. I don't know if the Sakura has DC fast charging. It might not, but I'm pretty sure it must have. All EVs must have DC fast charging, I think. That's something I didn't look at when I was looking at the car. I should have opened the panel to see what it had in terms of charging. And the Ariya, of course, it's already out. Some of you might have one. I'm sure it's a great car. I'm not particularly fond of SUVs myself. I prefer, hatchbacks like the Leaf, just not the Leaf. And yeah. Yeah, here's a Sakura parked at a quick charger. So I think it has Chademo. Now that's 200, so that's just regular charging. I'm sure it does though. If it didn't, that would be weird. And God, Japanese websites are so hard to navigate. Okay, there's Ariya. Yeah. I don't really understand this website. It's so hard to navigate. So I think if I want to look at the Ariya, I can click on this, and then I get the Ariya. And yeah, the Ariya also comes in lots of colors, and it comes in 2-wheel drive. But there's also a 4-wheel drive variant. I don't know why they're not showing it here. They're just showing the B6 and 2-wheel drive only. That's weird. I know there is a 4-wheel drive. And it has 200 horsepower. So it has the same horsepower as the Leaf, which is funny. 2-wheel drive. So maybe they're using the same motor as the Leaf for the Ariya. Is this it? It's not very encouraging. Yeah, bigger car, 4.5 meters. So yeah, obviously more space. Yeah, this is really weird. Like, there's only one model on the website, the B6 model, but I'm sure there's more versions of this car. Like, we saw the red one at the headquarters, so it wasn't just a color option. Maybe it was, but no, I'm pretty sure there's more than just the B6. And there's definitely a 4-wheel drive variant of this car. I just don't see it on the website for some reason. Oh well. Anyway, not much information here, which is weird. I guess maybe it's not out yet, or it will come out in the future, like the higher performance one. I don't know what the point of this is. Anyway, that's Nissan, and Nissan is the only Japanese car company that has a bunch of EVs. 3 EVs in total. Honda has 1. And Toyota has 1 in Japan. Outside of Japan, I don't know, but in Japan, 1 car each. Here, Nissan has 3 cars. So there's options for people. Yep, that's it. See you next time.